Alright, you're joining me now at Brooklyn Junior High School, where today is a special about school shootings, how they are on the rise. I'm Jackson Mitchell with Brooklyn News. 911 calls about shootings are happening too often, more in schools than ever. According to NCES, National Center of Education Statistics, report data shows there were 93 school shootings with casualties at public and private elementary and secondary schools during the 2020-21 school year. Another report from the NCES shows that cyberbullying in public schools increased to 16% 2019-2020 versus 8% in 2009-2010. 2,052 school shootings have been reported in the U.S. since 1970. That report was updated as of May 27th of 2022. Most school shootings happen in cities with a population below 50,000 residents, but this doesn't mean it can't happen in a town with more than 50,000 residents. Brooklyn Public Schools has added a few new special features that keep students protected. Brooklyn Public Schools enforced a policy this year that claims, beginning quote, students are responsible for conducting themselves in a manner that respects the rights of others. Possession and use of any electronic device, whether district or student owned, that infers with a positive, orderly classroom environment, does not respect the rights of others and is expressly forbidden. Cell phones/electronic devices may be used on school grounds before school, during lunch, between class periods, and after school. Cell phone use is prohibited in classrooms, restrooms, and school offices unless otherwise stated by school personnel. End quote. This is to lessen cyberbullying on campuses. BPS over the summer added gates surrounding the school and on sides of the sidewalks for safety, meanwhile adding curtains to teachers' doors. Brooklyn Schools has also added a command center, which you can visit a story about that on brooklynnews.wordpress.com, which has several televisions displaying cameras across all campuses. Did you know hospitals have to prepare for mass casualty or harmful incidents? Hospitals are always on standby for whatever the future may hold. That's why there is quote-unquote code disaster, which is a code to let all staff know how to empty as many beds as possible as there has been a mass trauma event. The protocol says to call in all available staff. The hospital will then direct all supplies and attention away from non-emergency situations to incoming emergency patients. If you're a patient recovering or have a non-emergency issue, you may be sent home or early or have to wait a bit longer than usual. Northeast Arkansas Baptist Memorial Hospital says it has had to do this before for some recent tornadoes. We have reached out to Governor Asa Hutchinson and Jeff Presley, school safety coordinator at Brooklyn Public Schools, but has received no response at this time. We will keep you updated if we receive more information. Now to a shooting that hits home. It was the year 1998. Students went to school as normal. Or could you say everything was normal? Then a student asked to be excused out of his class. Said student then went to pull the fire alarm. Students came rushing out. That's when 13-year-old Mitchell Johnson and 11-year-old Andrew Golden started shooting students when they came streaming out of the building. Johnson and Golden opened fire and killed 4 students and a teacher. 10 other children were wounded. Now, this was at Westside Middle School in 1998. Afterwards, both Golden and Johnson were caught with fully loaded semi-automatic weapons and 200+ rounds of ammunition. Both students were minor, which meant they couldn't be charged as adults. Arkansas introduced a new facility where both Golden and Johnson were held until they turned 21 years of age. Johnson was freed in 2005, but later returned to prison for other charges. Golden was released in 2007 and died in 2019 due to a crash. The world has learned from that and created many new laws to help protect schools. I'm reporting to you, Brooklyn News, Jackson Mitchell. Thanks for tuning into this special on this wonderful, beautiful day. and we hope gun violence ends soon.